Hey, what's going on there, everybody? cloudedtruth here, and welcome to a tip video for the support class here in Battlefield 4. Now, with this video today, what I'm going to be doing is just kind of going in depth a little bit with this class and talking about how to play a little bit better, more effectively, and in particular, one role with the support class that will help you understand a little bit better and overall boost your confidence and not feel like this task is so daunting when it comes to playing the support class in Battlefield 4. Now, if you're someone who has basically mastered this class, you feel like you are a pretty good player in terms of your confidence level, you feel like you do well every time you play this class, you understand it, and you really feel like that I've got a pretty good grasp on it, then perhaps this video is not going to be for you. What it's mainly intended for are those that are looking to get into the support class, or perhaps even have just started, but are trying to really find a good way to start and really have confidence in the fact that they can play and do well, because that's one of the things I think that deters a lot of people from playing this class in Battlefield 4, and the way it was in Battlefield 3 was the fact that they didn't understand it very well, and so they were they lacked confidence basically when it came to playing this class that they were going to do well, so they didn't play it. So hopefully I'm going to help you all here today, if I can talk, kind of, I don't know, get some of that confidence in playing this class as you get to see me make PC noob number 1 and PC noob moment number 2 as I finally throw the grenade after pressing 2 wrong buttons. Now, the gameplay you're going to be watching is some domination here on High-End Resort, and I will be using the MG4. Now, I know in terms of starting out playing support, this is a later unlock. It's the last LMG that you get within the class, but the other weapon that you can get before you even start playing support is the M249 just through the single player campaign, and these weapons are very similar. I mean, they're 99% identical. The recoil patterns they're slightly different, and that's it. So in terms of how the weapon plays and really how effective it is, these weapons are about the same, as I unfortunately lose a close quarters gunfight. So during this match of High-End Resort on domination, it was kind of one of those things where at first I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive, getting around, staying on the flags if I could, trying to be, I don't know, pushing up a little bit more. Now, that's something that I don't recommend at all when playing support, and that's something that I have a bad habit of. Even though I'm playing this class and I like to play it, I kind of, in a sense, I don't really use the weapons to their strength almost. I take what I use in my playstyle and just adapt the weapons. Now, that's kind of hard to do and really doesn't even sound like it makes sense, and to many people it doesn't, but it works somehow for me sometimes, not all the time. So, but this match I decided really about at this point, basically from this point to the end of the video or into the match, you won't see any more cuts, it'll just be straight gameplay. At this point I was kind of looking at what was going on. Our team was doing a pretty good job holding the flags down, and so what I decided to do was kind of slow down. I realized I was not doing particularly well, I was kind of rushing, getting one kill then dying. Getting one kill then I'm dying. So it's kind of like, okay, now's the time to slow down. And here is a great thing to do when playing support, that is get elevation over your enemies. Now, am I encouraging you to camp? No, that's not the case. But get elevation and use that huge magazine that you have to your advantage. As you can see, I'm throwing a lot of bullets downrange at these enemies. Now, the suppression factor is definitely not near as bad as it was in Battlefield 3 in terms of the degree of it. It's not nearly as high. So you're not going to be, in a sense, making your enemies duck behind cover really as much as you would have in Battlefield 3, but you're still going to have that effect on them to where those bullets are firing down range on them, and they're whizzing past their head, and especially if you have a weapon like the MG4 or the M249 that have 200 rounds, that's going to be a crap load of bullets flying down range towards your enemies. So, and as you can see, you're just kind of looking around, making sure you're trying to spot. I'm not being too aggressive, trying to stay farther back away from the enemies, kind of overlooking where they perhaps may be spawning, those type of areas, and I'm not trying to now rush because I realized that it wasn't really working for me, and my team is doing a good job staying on the flags, and that's kind of another thing to go along with this. If your team is doing a good job, it really allows you to kind of get some confidence when playing this class if you can have this opportunity to play a role like this. Now, obviously, I know you won't, and sometimes you'll have to be aggressive in order to be able to cap the flags. I understand, and you're going to die more. You simply will die more when you play more aggressive. That's just how it is. But oftentimes, for me, the risk is worth the reward in terms of what you get out of it. But as you can see, after I finish reloading, I'm just trying to really look around and trying to ADS as much as I can in terms of I'm trying to slow down, play a little bit more passively. And the minimap is another huge thing. You can see on the minimap, I'm looking, I realize where these guys are at. That guy runs back behind here, and this was dumb on my part. As soon as I saw that guy turn and run behind there, was looking on the minimap, I saw how many enemies were there. I should not have stayed out there. There is no reason that I should have stayed out there trying to take him down. The second he ran behind cover, I should have immediately turned and run back inside. That was a very, very dumb mistake that almost cost me my life right there. Now, obviously, I threw the grenade near the flag just because they had capped it, so I figured perhaps somebody would be running through there and I might be able to pick up a kill. And with such low health, there's no reason to push out in terms of risking myself. And generally, when I'm regaining health, a lot of people will wait till they get to 100, which is definitely good. You want to do that, obviously, especially if you're a medic. But generally, I find that around 75% health or so is a good time to push out, making it so your enemy really has to get 3 hits to the body in order to be able to take you down. Or if you're still regenning, then up to 4 if you're past 75. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of a dumb thing. That's just the rule of thumb that I use that generally works pretty well, but there's definitely no harm in waiting until you've regen all the way back to 100. Now here I am still playing kind of this more passive role, and when playing support, especially when using big belt-fed LMGs, this is what you need to do. You want to boost your confidence? Am I saying, oh, camp on this, camp on that, all you do is just sit here all day? No, that's by no means the case. Get yourself a kind of, in a sense, a power position and an elevation advantage over your enemies to where you are looking down at them and shooting down at them. This is the same thing. Making sure that you're, in a sense, having a good engagement, a favorable engagement. The weapons you have in your class will not beat most other weapons. They will not beat assault rifles or carbines or sometimes PDWs depending on which one the enemy is using. And so in order to be able to counter that, you need to give yourself an advantage in the gunfight. Having the elevation, having, in a sense, the range is another good thing, especially when it comes to firing against carbines and PDWs. The range is a huge factor. And to go along with that, make sure that you're standing still when you shoot. Most LMGs, their accuracy just, oh my goodness, it's ridiculous how inaccurate your weapons get. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you can't strafe. You can strafe if you're accurate enough in terms of your bullets will still hit them, and if you're someone that is just an incredible shot, then by all means continue to do that. But in terms of playing the support class, try to stand still, stay back behind your enemies. It works pretty well to be able to gain some of your confidence. I've been alive for quite a while during the streak. Now, is part of it because I'm sitting on top of this second story type of roof or building area? Yeah, it is. But that's one of the things in order to build your confidence to get you to move forward is what you got to do starting off with. When you be able to really understand the class in terms of you really start to get the confidence from playing like this, then you can start playing a little bit more aggressive. I wouldn't recommend playing as aggressive as I do. That generally doesn't work out for you. But this type of pacifist playstyle, while it may be seen as camping, to me it really it allows you to gain confidence that you may not have been able to do by trying another playstyle or anything like that, and it really opens a door, I think, for players to play the support class, and really if they enjoy it or not and are able to do well. Well, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy, especially those of you that are new to the support class or just starting to try it out. Hopefully this helps you. Be sure to try this strategy out and let me know how it goes down below in the comment section. Take care. See you all next time.